okumumatiza ebiseera ebisinga mpozi ng'aliwatyo.
Ndoza bwe baviira ne bagamba nti when you're going to date a lady you don't befriend them. Gwe tuukira ku nsonga ekyo kiyite. Kituufu ekyo. How valid is that principle? Abakyeka tebaagala ebyama byabwe. Tebajja kugaba byama. But at least you get to know what someone is coming. Omulaba nga engeri gy'akutunuuliramu, obula akulaba alaba, ne byakubuuza era olaba ajjirira. So you're like, okay, byagobako, they are coming. Kati nawe ne weetegeka. Ekyo nakyo kiriwo tetusobola kibuusa maaso. And that's why we're like, when you're in that dating situation, mwenna buli omu aba afaayo okulaba nga they are showing their perfection. Vubuka wagenda okwekubakawo waawo, naawe otuuningemu awo akakaayo ng'ate okitegedde. Kati Allah bw'akuwa irimu eyo, kati nga Swahili bagambye irimu eyo mugirina, otegeera nti ajja. N'agwa mu ttaano zo ng'omaze okumweterekera bulungi bw'oti nga obufumbo bukola ki? Butambula. Saba Allah batalina irimu eyo agibawe. Allahumma. Naddala abatannaba kubanga bafuna abantu baabwe. Kubanga byebimu ku binyusi bya halaka eno. But ebyo byonna tubijje mu point nti you don't temubeera mu kifo kimu nga muli babiri mwekka. At least it's not allowed Islamically. And you try your level best even when you're meeting. There must be a third party, nga relative wa muwala. And secondly, you make sure you're in an open place. Why an open place? Kubanga kizibuwala. When you're in an open place, okuwaba kuyinza okukola ki? Obutabaawo kujja nga muvubuka talinamu ki? Talinamu nsa. That's the first bit of it. The second issue I want to stress, we are not allowed to intervene in any dating story of people. When a guy is busy dating a girl, nekimanyikwa nti kati awaddeyo application ye bazadde bamutegedde nga twabyogerako last time, and we are like for the dating to be considered valid, this guy alina okubanga taking the official steps like moving ku bantu abakuvunaanyizibwako, taatawo oba mugandawo, si mugandawo gwoyiriba naye mugandawo nga mutuufu asobola akulinako responsibility. Mugandawo ng'olaba mutuufu taking the steps ezikola ki? Islam is like, no, you're not allowed a brother to also intervene in that story. Okujjako nga mugandawo yagambye nti nze baŋŋaanyi, gwe kola ki? Obanga mutuufu omuwala is a client takola ki? Tekiriiwo. No one is allowed to get into the story of another guy as they are dating. Al-khitba al-khitba. It's not allowed Islamically. And the reason is it's going to be a source of hatred within the society. Nze bwe naategeera nti ndi mu kwogereza mukyala, naawe sebo nonyingirira. Sinyinza obutakusanyukira, and it will be a sign of hatred between us. How does it work with girls? Even these girls, is it possible for a girl to intervene within the dating story of a guy? These are some of the things I want you to work experience. How does a girl do that? Kwetega. Like how? Why do you blame this girl now? Ye kyakoze kimu kwenyiririra. And now this man is now falling for her. Obo waliwo abakola ebisuuka and they are like contributing to okubakwana. Like what?
Movie, talking to that guy. Now full of movie. They go even ahead and even ask for contact while they are initiating the conversation with that guy. Yet she's in a no. These two people are already dating. Maybe we have a step where you talk about official level. Initiating okusaba kaya initiating the conversation with guy now musaba namba ne yete how making this person or movie in a and things have happened and you find they end up yayingiddewo against the guy.
Ekitegeeza a girl is not allowed to initiate a conversation with any man. Mukikanyizaako ekyo munaafumbirwa mmwe. You're not allowed to initiate. Twamma tunyonyolemu hajati. Ate kati when this guy comes and he like, please tell me about this sister. Embeera ziri zitya. Ate waba mubi. Waba mubi. Wakibuka wakola tauba yo ate abireeta. Akulemesa obufumbo nnyini. Bantu butafa kubibakwatako, Ate what if you give both parties and you're like, no, yali muzibuzibu naye kati yatereera. How is that? Okirekayo. Nga tosaayo wateekala okubizza ate nga sibi. Naye nga Saudi yitu emotional tobanga bakikukola. So it is also a principle, You don't intervene ku bantu abali mu kubaako kye building, You don't intervene in their story, and that's only in Islam, I think socially as youths tukiyige when scholars were trying to discuss that, they were like, even when you get a hint that your brother is interested in a lady, just being interested, the discipline is mwerese, just to keep the friendship. You don't compete. You don't compete for a girl. You don't. Not at least not with the prior knowledge into bakolachi. Let it just happen. Nga buli omu takolachi tamanyi. When it happens, no one knows of them priorly, then it's okay. But the problem is you getting to them. Ngochimanyi someone is there. Actually, what you're supposed to do before you switch to any girl, I normally encourage youths abavubuka to do this survey, and you're like, chichali atya this girl around yawo ngatonanda kubaako na kyomugamba alinaani naye rajja bwe conversation recording bwa abantu njagala bagifune
tetumanyi bantu begina kubuuza and the so called best friends be batusaba contacts ng'akimanyi nti olina kati ogenda kubuuzaani
omutya
ogenda kubuuzaani saba ogenda gikolotya.
Yensonga lwaki bantu mmwe njagala mulaba episodes ezasooka. I made it a point and I still make it a point. Nga sina kukyogerako ama sooka kyogereko. Kugaba jye tebakugalira miryango oyinza okubanga agalira na mugagga ate ono akyali mu nosala ate wallahi nkwagadde olaba. There are two principles. One, remember whatever we are discussing, it's a one-to-one. We don't have space for let me try the second nga one oyo akyaliwo. You don't even consider that on both sides. Ku muvubuka osobola kugusa na muwali omu olaba nga ayombayomba nnyo kitongoze nti sister tetusobodde kati nkutadde barakallahu fikum n'omuzaayo n'ogenda ku wokubiri. You don't go on basatu oba bananga and you're like anana anjagala obulungi wana anana atambula. No, you don't do that. It's not allowed. Kyekimu ne ku sisters. As you are allowing, osoka kuwaako omu chance. Olaba ali atya. Waba tayita. Okitongola. And this is what my worry. This is where my worry falls. The more you exchange relationships, wallahi al-azim, you're training yourself not being patient. Even when you switch to marriage, misunderstanding, the first thing to come to your mind is divorce. Remember that. Abakyala bano tolabanga we bali bano bawulo bulu batta. But gyokoma okuva ku ono nodda ku ono. You try the third one, the fourth one. Before marrying them, that alone. Kali no mumuli bavubuka so anokuwasa number 2. Now a girl. The first guy najja. Not working out. The second najja. Not working out. Owokuna jana gweraiko. Tojja kusigalanga muwala atatuukibwako musajja. And that's why many divorces are there anyway. What you're training yourself is, sijja kusobolawo wano. Wano sijja kusobolawo. Atenga yagala gana, you must find someone and they are having sijja kusobolawo and you're ready to move together. I think you're getting the point. So as you try to swing around from here to there, you also remember that fact. Totuwetera buzibu, muntu agenda kutwala, akukaabe. Now this is the burden because of whatever history you're having. So I'm drawing this from a guy only speaks, confesses the love to one girl at a particular time. No muwala kiriza one guy at that particular time. If it's not working, you first call that off. Yensonga lwaki no one is allowed to intervene in the dating. Karisacho okakola otya. 1 kuyeke nyini. Saga bana urumujja ninga matu bana over to garment this Fridays for only men. This Fridays for only ladies. Waliwo ebintu byemba saga ate bakyala kutegeera kuba it's a bro code. Mbasagala kuba manjagala buba wabwe nti ayina enzukira bana bagenda buulira awo oba ogenda kulemesa abavubuka okuyuwawo ebigambo byabwe nga abiri oba obabyedde ebibuuzo naye kambyambaze kamibuuzo abuze kasanze mbeesobolola mbamanyi manye ebigambo by'okukozesa. You only need one physical appearance to profile a lady you want to marry. By checking the way they talk, by checking the way they conduct themselves, even at a distance, by checking the way they walk, entambula yokka esobola okulaga omuwala omumagufu n'atali. If you focus. And how I wish we were only gents, I would have explained that thoroughly. But ladies, please check the way you move. And that's why Aisha radiyallahu anha, as she was trying to narrate to us the behavior of Fatima, the daughter of Rasulullah, she was like, Fatima was just like the dad. Mukwogera, muntambula, mubulichim. And she was just perfect in that line. A lady doesn't just march, walk, nagalai like that. Just like she doesn't need to walk like bajita catwalk or dog walk. That catwalk. Catwalk yeriko basi yetaliko. Bavubuka mwe wallahi ate wallahi saba Allah tuwa obulamu ngendo okubatuninga. Mukwana abaana bano. Mubawase tutaase abawalimu ab'emyaka 10 mu maaso eyo oba 5 nga mumaze okuwasa okubakaabiranga ebizibu. Allah alituwa empeerezo ku lunaku lw'enkomerero. Because I know okujjawo nga toyagadde kubitegera butegeezi. Yes, if you're focusing and you're following whatever we are discussing, all you need is that, just like a lady. You need one physical appearance from a guy, omusome, profiling. That is a faculty for your own information. Abantu bali mukufuna irimu mbintu ntuwe bityo, you can easily apply that ku muntu oyagala okukola ki. There is that profiling knowledge. What's the problem okubanga obeerako mbega once in a while ku muntu akwogereza? What's the problem with that? Yes, the guy, how does the guy talk with others? Ogenda okulaba guy ono alimu amalalala oba talimu malalala. Yeragalaga, tayagala bintu bya mujirabo biti. All that social stuff. You can easily figure that out. Era byebyo inokola the background check before nga tonaba kubanga ogenda wa mwana ono to check oba waliwo already akola ki aliyo. So the discipline of the youth who is a guy, before you switch to a lady, please obutagala gwa mu scandals yatubako mukyala. Please make sure no one has applied there yet. No mwana ono omuwala mumwe ku mirembe. I pity a girl who is being dated by 4 successful men. The first man yerungiwalira akasenta ayina, yesomera oluzungu wayuwa, gw'oyagala. The second man najja ng'asingako ono mmotoka ya bbeeyi. Oli alina Benz, ono alina Hummer. Naye nga bonna be bamu. This car n'osooka oziwulira ezikaabaawo. Nkole ntya? Kati ffe nga tugamba nedda tusolovinga nga tonaba kumukyankalanya. Sooka olabe anaaliyo. Bw'olaba nga waliwo sheekha aliyo, waliwo munna aliyo. Bama nti kamwerekereza omwana. Atebenkere n'oyo batambule naye. And that's the guidance of Islam. You don't consider that. Niwobeera mukyala nga style yo yakwetega abantu obabbeko abasajja okendezaamu okwetega okwo. Twakujeregajerega dda wano omuntu kasaasusa okwetega okwo. Si kirungi, si kinti kitendo kya kirungi kya mukyala. I think kitegerekese. But in the other way round, there is a window opened just in case you don't know. Just like the story of Fatima binti Qais, a known one. Yeah, she was approached by 3 gents, Muawiyah, Abu Jahm, and Usama. 3. Ngate bonna balungi. These were handsome men, they were brave men, nga musajja buli muntu yandi mwagadde. And she was perplexed, confused. So she went to the Prophet and she was like, Ya Rasulallah, 3 men are there. Naye nemedwa mchuzinge ntya. It is very possible. Because they never knew that maybe the other one was there, and so on. And when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was guiding, she was like, Ankihi Usama. Go on and marry Usama. And Prophet also gave the reason. We draw some of the lessons out of this tradition. Prophet gave the reason as to why he is recommending the marriage to Usama and not to Muawiyah or maybe Abu Jahm. Prophet was like, Amma Abu Jahm, fala yada asahu an atiqihi. With Abu Jahm's case, he is always with his stick. In other words, it's very easy. He doesn't find difficulty in using that stick. And then the second one, Muawiyah, Prophet was like, فَصَعَلُوكُنْ لَا مَالَ لَهُ. Muawiyah, the income is not yet stable. Yeah, he doesn't have good money. But Usama is a perfect match for you. Oyigawo kyawo Muslima. What do you learn from there? Omwavu temumwetaaga, siwe kiri? Because a guy has to be financially stable. Si kyentegeeza bannange. Kyentegeeza kiri nti Prophet was learning the psychology of these companions and he was recommending, it was a personal recommendation. Don't even dare say that Prophet was considering money. Waliwo bashekha tabatero kikulembezaawo. Tolabanga ne Nabbi yagamba Muawiya sa'alukun la mala lahu. Nedda bambi. Yeah, that's not the right interpretation. Money is something else, but Prophet was considering the social life of Fatima binti Qais. And that's why he recommended a perfect match for her. And she was right to seek guidance from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I think it's clear. So these are some of the 8 factors I want us to discuss today, where you're supposed to focus on both sides, a guy and a girl, generally. 1, أن تكون المرأة متدينة. You really have to date a religious, pious lady, just like you're supposed to accept a religious, pious guy. I don't want to take long on that because at least many times we've been emphasizing that. And we even made it a point that religion has nothing to do with being religious, has nothing to do with only praying. Nakutekulani wano nayenga nkuba abakyala. Nakoze hijja wano nayenga omukyala toyina kyongamba. Is it possible or it's not possible? Muntu seno okutandika okuwalampa abawalimu and you're like, oh ma seeka naye wannaye. Seeka naye wannaye. Kyokka yakwata kulani. Kyokka yakwata seeka is seeka. Having a beard is something and being morally upright is something. Putting on a niqab is something and being morally upright is something. You don't mix that. You don't mix that and you consider that. Because Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was like, فَعَلَيْكَ فعليك بذات الدين. You're supposed to consider the one that is religious and pious. The second point, أن تكون ولودا. You marry a lady who loves producing. You marry a lady, you marry a lady who loves producing. You don't marry a lady who hates producing. And wallahi, we need that factor today. We have a young girl here. Amanyi family planning zizonna okuva ku method esokera da ne effects ne impacts ne zivako zonna azimanyi. That is your way. It was mubisoma. But why do you talk as from experience? You know why I'm saying that? If you ever date a girl, for us in Islam, marriage is a field, is a project where we need some copies of you. And some scholars were like, wobeera ng'olina agayisa agabi ng'osobola okwekuuma ku bwenzi lindako okuwasa. We don't need some bad behaved human beings nga ggwe. Sooka weetereze otuuke okuzaala ng'otuleetera abantu baki balungi. Islamically, that's it. And we are training men to consider a lady, try to check out her view in line with giving birth. I know why I'm stressing this. Have you ever heard of feminism? This is where a lady is being trained to wazaala ya akaana ke kamu. Ate Allah n'akamukolera nga balongo. Nga mulimu omulenzi n'omuwala. Bw'alumba ne bamukomya. Isn't it? Back into her mind, she's like, okay, I'm going to be with these kids of mine. I'm going to grow with them. Mbayirewo omubiri nga maama. Bakyala tutuwe nagumira bingi mu line eno. Abwana bwange mbwekulize. Obwekulize akamuwe kagenda okwefiira, and you're going to get 50 years. No pride. A lady will never be respected, considered in a society nga alina obusobozi okuzaala naye nga wallahi talina baana. And we are in the society where a lady, the more they are giving birth, society emujajinga, and they are like azaala alinga kamyu teyebalirira. Isn't it? So young girls are busy being trained nti tozaala butonotono ojja kudaaga n'edduniya eno. Zaala buki? Ffe nga tugamba nti musajja gwe, if you're looking for a lady to marry, marry a lady, try to check out her view in line with giving birth. Bino bijja kujja luvannyuma musima C-section aye bamukoze eti munireko emyaka 2 child spacing. Of course that is Islamic, but try to check her view in line with giving birth. I think it's making sense. Yeah, antakuna waludan. You try to check that out of a lady. Kyekimu na mukyala gwe out of a guy. Omusajja lwaki ayogera ku vasectomy kyeki nga takyaddamu ku lwaki omuvubuka ow'emyaka 3 adiscussinga kati gwe potential wife kati you're planning marriage in masa, and then this guy is like, sweetheart, me I don't like many kids. I just like my one kid, and that's enough, and let's prepare the future for this kid now. There is something I normally think of, and I'm like, singa mutegeera obukulu obw'omwana, respect anyone who is having kids. Don't disrespect them. You know why? Baliwo abakola wano math tubalemu wano mangu. When a guy is 25, n'azaala omwana at 25 years old, after 10 years, taata aba alina emyaka emeka? 35. Omwana aba atuuse ku grade ki? Kiba kyakayingira second row. Obanga bye kigobako. Myaka 10. Tuplaninga kujjawo nasale weewuunya. Nasale tugenda kugijjawo batalikire mu P1, Kale 11 years old, and now this kid is in senior 1, P6, 11 years. Nga baliwo abatolivu abali mu senior 1. tubalire kale katubalire ko yasome empola 12 years kale 13 years senior 1 after senior 6 now 6 years down the road how old will the dad be 41 amanyi gakyalimu 41 now this kid now is at campus 3 years down the road you're 44 atikidda wayiribye n'abakyala awo wasiza after 2 years you're in your late now 40s otandise okulowooza ku bazzukulu by the time you click 50 and 60 at least you have some grandkids some of the reasons as to why people who are growing old abakadde abo ekisinga okubatta kiwuubaalo muli wana abaana you're not doing your parents justice myaka 3 myaka 25 tobirowooza nako byakufumbirwa when your parent is going to get a time mwenna buli balenzi muli bawala a son is going to get to marry aveewo waka you're going to get married aveewo waka your dad who is a 60-year-old your mother who is a 50-year-old kale nga bayifuna bali wamu 60 and 60 bali awo waka bawuubaala and that's the time where they need now grandchildren muni muvizi vasectomy zammwe family planning nga beefuire ekiwuubaalo now you're claiming you have a father you have a mother bali mu byalo eyo mu kiyumba ekinene nno kuba kati bazimba nnyumba nnene kibbangalo bali mwaba n'obukadde bwabwe aba nothing like a helper and you a kid so Islam is like nedda bino ebintu bino engeri ekiri nti Islamic dating and marriage bintu bya serious si bya drama you think of that in that respect abaana ffe mu Busiraamu we shall always consider kids as gifts we don't consider them as burdens the moment you consider your kid as a burden ekyo kyokka oba omukoze injustice as a parent bwakukuba ngempi after 30 years you're the reason a kid will never be a burden and it's you to train them you're even training the kids to feel like they are burdens we have a couple now bakewasa bainayo abaana aba babiri and now they are discussing olubuto olwokusatu luyingidde baba tebaleterekedde now the batudde kati family etudde amaka they are discussing about that kid so then the girl is like I don't want to abort me blah blah medically blah 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 I'm not ready for a third kid please that's a burden ngaba wansiganya ebigambo ebinene miskini ngajja mu katemba wa mwoyo I wanted you I never wanted you bwabba bwati ngamba nti kasai your mother yakuleeta kuno me I wanted to abort you naakula and you expect the same kid kale mbwakulabewo after 40 years ng'oli mu bukadde nga gukola ki gwe weetaaga so Islamically it's like you really have to consider their view in giving birth because even the reason as to why you get married is to be big in numbers and when we switch to polygamy you'll get to know that utulaba nti omusajja mulungi omusajja ayina empisa down to earth ye munnaddiini ye yasoma ebintu kyokka ayina omukyalo omu ayina bakyala babiri bokka you're doing us injustice oyina ssente go in and marry another otuzaire ku baana abalala kuba tukimanyiwo onaabeera taata waabwe you're doing justice to the society you're bringing some other many copies to the society the same applies to a mother you have him now this wife of yours she is very nice she is well disciplined ayina empisa kabakuli kalamba kampisa muzaale mu abaana bangi tubeere n'abantu nga bampisa mu duniya muno what's the problem with that because at least they are getting these values from their mother and so on and so forth thirdly a factor an takuna bikratan please ate no siku bakyala mwekka nammwe abawala woofunanga chance wakati w'omuntu nga bikra n'atali bikra don't even get distracted ng'owoza ali bikira fala talina kyamanyi I need the experienced one bw'ogende naye mu muki the first priority should be on someone who is innocent in marital issues that's the first priority when you're thinking of a wife material bantu mmwe soke kusaidi ki basajja Gentlemen, you are convinced that when a lady is having a background of being with many men, kati mbu yasinga okutegeera omukwano, just because ayina relationship akinyumya nako nga munyumya, you're like, they broke my heart many times, something like 6 times, I don't even trust men, kati olina acting as a hero. I'm not like that. Give me a chance. You give me at least try me. Now trying. And now you're convinced, back into your mind. A lady with such a background of 6 relationships failing, without even knowing, assessing why are the relationships failing. Is she the problem, or the problem is with these 6 guys? Ekyo toyagala kumanya. Gwe ng'otomera muntu kubanga gwe bakugamba kojjaawo nga tasomye wadde hadiisi n'akugamba nti mutabani wange I'm telling you, omwana omuwala towasa muwala atalabangako. You have to look for that girl alabye ku bintu beba abakyala bategeera ekyokukola, and you're going to put them at home. You don't want to be compared after marrying and what you need as a husband in your house kwe kubanga omukyala akuli under as your inferior gwamutegeera mu issues ngezo. So you're going to battle with the unknown. You don't know the previous guys. You're battling with the unknown. If you knew them, you're like, Hussein munafu nafu, you know where to start from. Toba manyina bamanya. And you're busy and that's why many men are losing their masculinity. Babaloweza kubanga bali awo tebasobola just because agudde kunaka pancho kati. This lady is having this bad background, making this guy believe nti obuzibu buli kwani buli kuye. Yet the problem is not you. The problem is whatever story this lady had. And you really have to consider that. That's why Islamically we consider you don't just blindly go to a lady okujjako. When you're looking for a wife material, you look for someone priority esokera ddala wabeera nga bikira. Musobola no kinyumyamu awo. And for your information omugamba amazima omugamba nti embeera eri etya. Nakugamba pozi stand ye oba wabeera nga ali real era ajja kukola ki otegeera than. But I repeat, please always prioritize abantu abatali vulgar. And this whole dramatic era we are in, even when someone is a virgin, wallahi al-azim, they might be vulgar psychologically. Are you getting my point? Someone has never practiced physically, but mentally, they know what they deserve even before trying it out. And that's the biggest danger. With the physical damage, you can't try to deal with it. With the psychological one, you don't even know the time it will take to heal. I brought an example here some time back, and I was like, if a 20-year-old girl is busy making mentions like abasajja mbakooye, 20-year-old, when did she start the guys now? Ku 15 awo. Kati mbu abaluddemu myaka 5 experience emuuba. 5 years alikuwa 20 years old. And that is your potential wife. You're not even bothered. And now after marrying her, oyagala kati kubuukira buli muwalimu, kubuukira buli kojjaawo, buli sengaawo, you're trying to now kuwanika omukyalo ono. You had a chance for your God's sake to roll her out in first place. Muleka agwe ku munne as they share the experience. This one is having experience, the other one is having experience. At least they will match. Yeah, I think you're getting the point. Now, a sister, you're convinced that when a guy has slept with many girls, then when he has not slept with anyone, tamanyi fala. Have you ever heard of that? And this is kanjirwe nakoma ntu kanzene mu Luganda munansonyiwa abali ku YouTube abaluzungu. Don't worry, I'm just trying to talk in Luganda because I've explained whatever. sijja kudda kwabo nga muli wano ab'Ekiganda. Simanyi oli wano nga oli wa Kizungu. Oli wa Kizungu? Aha. Akabenje. Mu Qur'an, Allah was like, al-khabithatu lil-khabithin. The nasty ones will always get easy attachment with the fellow nasty ones. And the pure ones, morally, will always find sense and connection easily to their fellow pure ones. And then at the end of the verse, Allah was like, وَحُرِّمَ ذَلِكَ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Believers who use their intellect will never fall victim in such funny stories. And even some scholars were like, when someone repents, maybe they're having bad backgrounds, and then they repent. In the true sense of repenting, then they turn out being pure, if the repenting is sincere and pure. Naye nga aya kyegezaako okutegeeza, if a lady, muntu w'abasajja, bw'agwa ku sseeka waffe wano, nga you're not a girl, osookedde ku ye, agenda nakugirega sseeka waffe. Because she's expecting a kiss at the weekend. She's expecting a hug in the second week. Ekinene nnyo ng'oluddewo, wakiri omwezi nga everything is week egudde wansi, you're not mentioning anything. Ng'oli musoma aya osimanyi ojja wano kusoma Islamic dating. Talaba kukyonyega. Second week nothing. Third week nothing. Kumbe waliwo omuniga azze. Only one evening nga mukutteko. The third day peke zirumye. Weekend ewe kigwera. Weekend ya nga kiwedde. Katolo nga agenda kuwano oyo bana this guy wala I know mukwano ategeera ebintu gwe nga akwesuulira. Reason being akuwonyeza ekibambuliro gamba alhamdulillah, because agenda kukuleetera okulowooza nti you're less a man, yet you're battling with the unknown. I think you're getting the point. The same applies with the guy. Wegenderezenga nnyo okuyingira polygamy nga si tali official. This man, you think you're going to satisfy a guy who has slept with more than 4 ladies of different tribes. 4 ladies intentionally. Let me go to a Muganda, oyo namumala. Let me go to a half caste, namumala. Let me go to a Munyankole, namumala. 4 tribes. Kati ye gwe innocent waffe gwe boogereza. This guy is going to need a peck nga yakusinkana. Ayinza n'okwagala okukwatako nga yakusinkana. Tukugamba takukwatako, ayagala kukwatako. N'ogaana. Olwo kati ng'onyiiza butotegeera. Week neegwa, you're not allowing anything. Oli mu mboozi mbu za kikadde, please tell my brother, please tell my father. Eyaziyita za kikadde. Nawe ngolooza nti kati you're now off track, you're backward because you're trying to go official. Olumalanga ogamaye wai kangeno omugendo nga nawe akumaliriza ng'ofuuka w'okumeka w'okutaano nga noonyayo w'okumukaaga. You will never satisfy such a guy. It takes a lot of discipline for such a guy to settle with that lady. I think I'm making sense. And that's why Islamically we are like, please prioritize the innocent ones. Leka wakiri abali innocent bafumbire bangu beekuumye. You don't know what it takes 25 years. 30. Nga you are there. Ate nga you are numu. Oba wase mangwao. Then tusigazeewo bano abalala bano nabo mbakole ki? Batwale. Saba Allah abeerenga atwanguyize. Because I'm not being judgmental, but I'm just trying to take the ideal situation. Yes, kubanga kakasa, and of course all of you here are not virgins, you're not virgins also here. Boys and girls. Temubanga mulinga ndi mukubajajinga, ne mumpininga. Sano kireyirako mbakakasa. Tekisoboka. Tekisoboka. But to take that, or not considering that at least you prioritize that. If you're having this funny background now, work upon yourself. Kola tauba mangwao, yambalanga abata abali innocent, kijja kuyamba, okusobola okubanga weddaabulula. Yes. The fourth one, antakuna min baitin ma'rufin bid-din wal qana'a. when you're trying to marry a lady, specifically, you try to make sure she was nurtured in a right environment. Why do you make an appointment with a girl who is having a father and mother and 4 brothers elder? Yali wano, nga last born. You're making an appointment and you're like, please let's meet at 10 p.m. on a Monday. 10 p.m. netuuka. This girl is not even mentioning anything like, Banange, what am I going to tell my father? What am I going to tell my brother? What am I going to tell my mother? Nothing like that. Do you know what that means? Oli kunna kyeyombekedde bamuvaako ali waabwe. Do you know what it means for a girl child to be at home and the parent is not concerned about the whereabouts of their girls? Do you know what it means for a lady not to feel concerned that at least a dad has to know where I am at this particular time? And you're looking for a wife. If you're looking for someone to play with, go on, fabal. But if you're looking for a wife, that alone is a concern. Osubira kakole nga kakabadi singa mbadde mwekana ndibadde nkabawa mukubire simu mugambe ku Sunday jeri tusinkanemu ku saawa 3. Actually some friend of mine yakikola ne mugamba nja kagamba abayizi bange abemakerere baagala tebaagala. This trick, he was a good friend of mine, a fellow sheikh. So he was trying to nani bagambye erinnya naye teyanzikiriza. He was trying to date a girl. Mwana mulungi alhamdulillah, akakasiza nti alhamdulillah, and this was a test. Namukubira simu namugamba assalamu alaikum, byaba bali mubimanyi yetu twala tutyaffe assalamu alaikum, muloza tugamba qala Allah ta'ala ogandi tusomawo aya, of course nayogerawo obugambo gambwawo embozi nesibira mu appointment. And then the guy was like, please, I request let us meet on a Sunday 9 p.m. So the girl was like, sure, yeah, inshallah. It was a Monday, like the coming Sunday, yeah? So the girl was like, oh, sure, okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He tried to call to check. Maybe the lady might be concerned to mention about, but 9 p.m. is a little bit walanyo, I have to have some answers to tell the people that are concerned about me. Nothing like mentioning that. Namugamba, are we on Sunday? Yes, we are on, sweetheart, on Sunday. So the Sunday came. His narration was that the Sunday evening he was at his place. He was definitely not going to go. And the lady was already at the place. Just imagine, at the place, 9 p.m. And then this guy was like trying to create an excuse, of course, blindly. And he was like, mfunyemu ebinkwata munga bimanyi excuse zibangawo. Mfunyemu ebinkwata mu blah blah blah. I've not yet, like, I will not make it. Omuwala nagamba, okay, it's okay. But me, I was already here. Actually, nazze wano kusawa bidi. I was already here, but it's okay. Let's plan some other day, evening hours also. Even right now. And that was the end of the dating. So what do you about dating Islamically? And that alone was a sign. Yeah, you don't like a wife material who is not answerable. Niwobera ne guy, for example. Lwachi ayagala kula bachiro. And you're not asking them. Lwachi onda bachiro. Ogenda kundabira wa. Njagala kujjako ne muganda wange. Kasata niko kujeregerera. Nditwaliza mumbule. Ebyo byaggwako. Blah blah blah. Ng'omanya. Wandikale sisobodde barakallahu fikum. Genda n'ebigambo byo. As simple as that. So Islamica is like, you really have to check where this girl, like the environment gyakuliddemu, kasita omutegeera nti omwana ono bamuvaako ne bamwane boys quarter baya abalenzi naye ne bamuteeka ebweru nti katusule eyo ne munda ne bamugobamu mwana muwala naye ne bamusaddaaka nti you be there outside, even when a thief comes it is okasookere kuggwe before coming on us, ng'omanya nti you have a battle. You have a lot to deal with. to make sure this is a wife material, we wouldn't have had issues like ladies abasajja okutandika okukaabakaaba mukyala wange akomawo ssaawa mukaaga gwa kiro, mukyala wange akomawo ssaawa 5 gya kiro. A lady who is morally upright nga mbutuufu ne waba akola omulimu ekyo kyokka akiseetinga ku mulimu gwe nti ndi mukyala mufumbo, omulimu gwange at least ekinene nnyo ssaawa emu 2 mba mmaze nga ndi waka. As simple as that. And you think that lady who is trained yatandika ositula ebweru ku myaka 17 bamuvaako, taata yamuvaako ne maama namuvaako. Oh, they are just praying. Naye bamuvaako. Who are you? What magic do you have that is going to change this girl? And Islamically, it's like you really have to consider omwana ono environment gyakuliddemu erieta. Those factors are crucial. The same applies with the guy. Mayi wensawula eno yokanga mugamba bana asawula nnyo bano. Omuvubuka ono. Do you know having a husband atagambwako? Someone you're dating and they are already telling you, Wallahi, Jalia, I love you, but the day you're going to say my name to anyone, even my father, even my mother, even my brother, even my friend, that is the end of us. And it's not ringing a bell to you. Where are you going to run to? You need a guy who is a husband material, at least I know authority muli waggulu. Ni wabata atawe yafa. They are like, I respect that elder man. If you talk to them, if they say something, I'm going to listen. And you're now a wife where you're having this man who is nurtured in that way. Tagambwa ebibye yabikola yekka. And you're going to enjoy marriage. Eh? So it goes both ways. You really have to check omuvubuka ono yakulira wa gyali. Bw'olaba nga gyayogera. Baganda ye bonna buli woyogera ko naye muganda obazije mugambe ko nti batugenda wano wallahi ngiza n'enkulaba. Brother gwayagamba. Kale kino gamba kale brother ayinza okububa. Kale oba father just in case. Tonswaza naye maso ga taata ojja kunswaza. Now where are you going to run to? Ate kati ku muwalimu. Kati ngana taata ate kati ombuuza muwalimu. Of course. That's where you're going to be in marriage and you have nowhere to run. No one can tell your husband to rectify anything. Kubanga yakugambirawo, and that should ring a bell to you before you even switch to marriage. At least you need a husband. You have someone you're going to indirectly tell and they are going to speak to them. Kubanga bakyogedde. I think you're getting the point. Yakatso botaloza nsebo ina kupima mukyala yekka bw'aba asula ebweru bla bla bla. Nawe sebo omukeberako olabe. Obudde nga butwa ebintu bikyali bingi yawo obudde bugenda bugiraagira. Okay. The 6th one. Antakuna jamilatan. Au jamil. You consider the beauty, and the guy being handsome. Do we have a lady who can be beautiful eri abasajja bonna? Is it possible? Basajja mwe. Is it possible? Aliwa agambye yes. Sheikh tunyonyole. Nga wallahi omukyala anyiridde n'akamala bukamazi. Ngani. Oyina goyinza otugezesizaako wano n'ogamba omukyala oyo mukulaba okwange. Musongeko waali. Tebanga yentandikwayo. Ate esobola okuba entandikwa. Ne bitandikirawo wallahi nakusonzeeko and yes. Seka kayiseewo. Mashallah. Yeah, but you consider that, the beauty is also something, because if we need you to produce more kids, we need someone who you adore. If we are like someone who you're going to get pleased with, the comfort. The reason as to why we marry, you marry because you need comfort. The reason as to why the lady gets married, the comfort. But some scholars, Imam Shafi'i heads them, was like, it is undesirable to always look for the most beautiful and handsome. And actually the Prophet also stopped us to marry, discouraged us to marry ladies with blindly considering their beauty extremely. Why do you think it's a point? Yetugera kutegera kuti Antono mulungi nnyo akisussizza. Ndowooza tulina okukinnyonnyola wantu kitegeera olwaleero. Omuntu abeera atya omulungi n'akisussa nti mulungi. Nsookere mu bakyalo oba nsookere mu basajja, buli omu annyonnyola opposite ye. Mubaami amabaseeka omuwala mulowooza muwala ki who can be very beautiful nga mubutuufu oyo yetukkaanya nti wallahi ayinza kubeera atya kasaakola ki obunnya matama dimples baŋŋamba dimples bulwadde. That is some about this disability. No. Okay, bangamba the dimples are disorders. Kituufu balimba. Kituufu. It's a disability. Baina, yes, some medical profession yakinnyonnyolamu awo nangamba nti oba kiki biliawo bya biology nnyo naye temwagala kumanya kasitaba nga alina akazigo, kasitaba alina dimples ezo oba disability abeere nazo, kasitaba nga owa dimpo nga si mutuufu naye gyali Sheekh ali mu kunnyonnyola wuwe akiikiridde basajja beeno, kasitaba nga mulungi alina dimples alina nga muwanvu oba nga mumpi size yonna awo tubuzaabuziza. Ate ladies njagala tumalirize mangu tuve ku kyobulungi. Omanya otya nti omusajja ono azze walayi mulungi nnyo sijja kumusobola kamuleke bulesi lilla temwagala mumanya yajje buzi bamulaba nnyo abamanyi batandise okwawukana waneeno. Tulinawo kikulemesa, tulinawo ekitikulemesa, tutandikire wa kilemesa kitya when the guy is too handsome akubuzaako emirembe obeera too insecure anti gy'atambulireyo bagenda mulaba alaba nnyo ate musajja aye nekimugwako nga alina ekigambo ate nga yeemanyi okwemanya nga naye mulungi asobola okwemanya Mashallah. Bayinza okugamba but the reason why you consider that is kikuyamba okuba contented.